So the target is to use the bands, the squishy broom might.
That's what I keep asking them, but she never agrees.
You're going to start with the bands in your hand. So grab it. You're better at the purple one, Liz. I want you to feel a bit of pain. Well, you can always borrow a purple if you want.
Oh, the other way around.
Good idea. Just remember the side of the body you're using.
Yeah, that'll be.
Your legs are going to be bent. Your feet are on the ground. Make sure that I'm in view.
What we could do with these bands is put them over our eyes and then.
It'll be nice. Okay, let's pick the bands up, hold them above your shoulders, make sure there's a bit of resistance, and just extend your arms back behind you, pressing down to the floor, and just take a lovely stretch there. Inhaling, reaching your fingers back, exhaling. Releasing a little bit. I'm just going to turn this up. Turn that down. So inhale, reach through the bands, reach through the arms more like. Begin to open the bands a little bit, so you feel a little bit of resistance. You start to create a little V shape through the arms. And as we inhale, open out through the rib cage. Allow your lower back to gently drift off the ground. And as we exhale, draw your rib cage back down, squeeze the belly and close that gap on the lower back just by gently pulling in through the lower tummy. Do that again. Keeping the stretch through the arms. The arms aren't moving, your arms are staying back, guys. Just stretching behind you. We're pushing your rib cage down, squeezing your belly to the floor. On your next breath out, just maintain that little squeeze through the lower belly and lift your legs to tabletop. 90-degree angle. Pointing the toes to begin with. Now drift the arms up above your shoulders. Slowly extend your left leg away from you. Open your arms out. Oh, and then bring the leg back in as we close our arms and swap into the other side. Exhaling, inhaling. Now, we want to have a little bit of a resistance to this band. You don't want to open your arms and feel like they're happy your band's gonna happy drop to your chest. If it is, get more resistance on your band. Inhale, knee comes in. Exhale, leg pushes away. Opening those arms. Squeezing deep into that belly. As you kick your leg away, change your foot position. Draw your toes in, push your heels away, extend that knee, squeezing deeper into the tummy. Almost a little hold at that length. And drawing back in. We've got arm space here, everyone. Doesn't matter if you hit the person next to you that is got it in today. Just going to have to accept it. So,
we can do that.
Yeah, alternating. So when you take your leg away, you'll open your band out wide, and then you're bringing your band back above your chest as you bring your knee back in, okay? So lengthening, I know you can't see me, so it's difficult. So open as you push the leg away, bring it back to the middle as you bring the knees together. Give me another 8 more. Let's really warm up these bodies today. It's going to get a little bit warmer because we're in a more confined space. I'll be really angry with the blood people out there by the time we finish.
Usually, as we.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Be on your last few. Come on now, open those arms a little bit wider, lengthen those legs a little bit more, squeeze your bellies a little bit more. Let's really open up deep into these abs. When you've done your last one, just gently drop that band across the shins and then bend your elbows in and just drive your chest, your thighs, your chest. It's going to be one of those days where I can't talk because I haven't slept.
What?
I don't know, I couldn't sleep last night.
Oh, no.
No reason.
How's that in the zone?
Pardon?
How is it in the zone?
No.
What?
He's lovely.
It's gorgeous.
Okay, pop those feet down onto the floor. Let the band just relax for now, so you're not doing anything with it. Arms down by your side. Slide your shoulder blades underneath your body. Press down through all 4 corners of your feet. Let's lift those hips up into a bridge. So just doing the opposite to what we were just doing. Now take your balance into your right leg. Squeeze the buttocks, bring the left knee in towards your chest, extend it up towards the sky, bend it back into the chest and pop it back down onto the floor. Carefully transition to the other side, knee in, extend, bend, pop it down. So we don't want to do anything too drastic for now. Yeah. So when you change your leg position from one side to the other, make sure those hips stay beautifully stable. So your buttocks need to be really fired up. Make sure you're still breathing, you're not holding your breath. And think about that length. So when I extend my leg to the sky, I'm pushing my sole of my foot towards the ceiling and then releasing it to the floor. So you're getting that full stretch. And we're going to do 4 more on each leg. Making sure your right leg is your last leg. If it's not, do an extra one. Let's begin to lift these hips up a little bit higher. Start to feel yourself rolling onto the top of the rib cage. Bit more squeeze into those buttocks. So just last couple of repetitions. You stay up in that bridge when you've done your last leg kick. Lift those hips and lift those heels up onto the tiptoes. Now squeeze the thighs together so they're touching. And give me some little pulses. And every time you pulse up, a little extra squeeze on those buttocks. Firm those buttocks. Squeeze the thighs more. I want to see squeezing thighs. Make it a little bit harder. Give me 8 more presses. 7, 6, right up on those tiptoes. 4, 3, squeeze those thighs. Last one, open the knees, drop your heels. Exhale, roll it out. What was that?
Both just out to say, no, jumping on together.
Okay, we're going to take your band around the left foot. So make sure it goes along the ball of the foot. Take it up to the sky. Enjoy a stretch just for a little bit. So get a nice firm grip. Toes down. Extend the knee. And bands allow you to get a little bit more length in the leg. And then just bend your elbows, relax your shoulders and drive that thigh a little bit closer in towards you. So get it to a point where that's quite a strong hamstring stretch. And then allow a little bit more give in the band, loosen it up, drop the leg so it levels up with your opposite thigh. So I'm at that angle now. You might want to slide your right foot a little bit further down the mat. So nice, strong, firm grip. Inhale, lift your chin towards your chest. We're going to come up, if you can, and just squeeze into the shoulder blades and roll it all the way back down. Now, I might lengthen my right leg because I feel like I can get a little bit further. So if you feel with the bent knees better, do it bent knee, straighten the leg. Now, my leg is not moving. It's staying isolated in that position. If you can't come up into a full roll up, how's that feel back?
Yeah, not great.
Just curl up and do a little squeeze here and then lower back down. We're not all designed to roll.
It's easier to get on with the leg.
Got a little bit of bad support as well. Luke, try and do your right leg straight. Now, when I come up, I'm not getting much of that squeeze. So I'm going to get more band and get deeper into that back squeeze. So shoulder blade squeeze, roll it out. Let's go 4 more on this side. So 2 more. And let's see if we can hold the last one up. So if you're not up, come up. Slide your right leg straight down. There we go. Right, everyone come up, join me. Now think back a little bit more, so your arms extend. And then squeeze and pump those arms. Now draw the abs in, curve the spine, tuck the belly in tight. So you're not, don't make sure you're not extended through the spine, make sure you're curved. As if you're crunching into the middle of your waistline. Now pull those shoulder blades, open the elbows wide. 8, smaller pulses. 6, not so fast. 5, 4, 3. You've got 2 options here. You can roll back down, take a quick rest, or stay here. Release your band and hold. Can you lift your leg higher? Can you crunch further towards the thigh by crunching, scooping? Lengthen. 8, 7, 6. Come on. You should have shaking, going on. 2 and 1. Can you grab your band again? Oh, and drop it down. And then lift that leg up for another stretch to the sky. You hear more noises in the small room. I prefer it. So use a little bit more band this time to stretch deeper. Try and drive the toes above your left hip bone, pushing your left buttock to the floor, and then extending further through the knee as you use your arms to pull the leg closer in. Right leg flat on the ground. Take the band in your right hand. This leg, move it so it just squeezes across the opposite inner thigh. Not too far, so it doesn't go beyond your right hip bone. Turn the toes to the right, so immediately rotate the leg and drive the toes down towards your right shoulder as you extend that knee further. Your buttock is slightly lifted off the ground now. Are you feeling the stretch?
Yeah.
If you're not, tell me. I'll
No, that's
make you
fine.
feel it.
No. We're good, we're good.
I don't think that's funny.
I'm just ignoring you.
It's a good job your microphone hot. When should I feel it?
So you should feel this down the outside of your left hand spinning. That's right, Lisa, you tell him, I can't see him. Drive the toes further in towards your shoulder. Right shoulder. Straighten the knees a little bit more. 8 more seconds here. That'll give you 2 little breaths. And then just let the leg come back to center. Bend the knee, release the band. Grab hold of your left shin with both your hands. And then pull that thigh in towards your chest to get a stretch into your hip flexor. As you drive that thigh in, push your right leg down the mat so you feel a little bit deeper. Take it further towards the armpit. And then release, left foot back to the floor. Slide your right leg in to join it. We're going to do a lot of rotations there. We haven't got room. Although you guys have got room now. You decided to turn up. No, we're all good. No, you'll be fine. That's actually, you can do your
I'm good.
arms back up with that band. Take a long deep breath in. Exhale, imprint your spine, lower belly squeezed in, lift the legs to tabletop. I'm going to give you the option with this one to extend your legs if you wish. We're going to do the same exercise we did earlier, where we opened up band as we extend one leg forward, driving it back in and flip it to the other side, or you can do it with straight legs. When do you breathe in and out? So inhale to drop the leg away, exhale to draw it back up into center again. So slow pace, slower the better, obviously. So if you're doing it with straight legs, try and dorsiflex your foot down, which is toes and heels away, and then point the toes to bring the leg back up again. Boom. Now the band needs to be above your chest. It will creep its way above your head if you don't concentrate. Let's see if we can get a bit more resistance in this band, so your arms have to work a little bit harder, or less resistance. You want to have your elbows very slightly bent. Remember, you're creating that half circle. Give me 8 more, slow it down even more. And if you want to add in, crunch, head and shoulders off the floor and stay there. As soon as you've done your last one, drop your feet back down to the floor. Take your arms overhead, press your arms down into the ground. Slide your feet a little bit closer in towards your bottom, and let's roll our hips up into a bridge. We don't have our arms support this time, so it's a little bit more challenging. Take a long deep breath in, spread your toes wide so you have strong breathing through the feet, and then lift a little bit higher. Earlier on, we did a knee pull in, an extension, a knee pull back in, and we dropped the foot. You can repeat that exercise, it's hard without your arms. Or if you want more of a challenge, we start with the left leg up high to the sky. We flex the foot, we drop it all the way down so it brushes the floor, point the toe, lift the leg all the way back up again, drop it to the floor and swap to the other side. So just choose whichever one you want to do.
Honestly, I can't take
Man, I've had a lot of experiences of that in my job.
Well, it wasn't just me.
Especially teaching stretch classes at Castle Royal, that was amazing.
Oh, that was good. That was when you were pregnant with Pops.
So I was pregnant with all of them.
Well, yeah, I remember.
Yes, that's true. So let's start to lift these hips higher. It doesn't matter where you are, and if you don't want to carry on, you can just stay here in a bridge and just hold it. Yeah, loads of options. Just always rest out. If it's too much, drop out of your bridge, have a quick breather, come back up and join in. So give me 6 more, 3 more on each side. Make these ones your maximum. So that means more elevation in the hips. That means more extension in the leg. Squeeze the belly as well, so you've got the control through the front of the body as well as the back. And this time when you've done your last one, we're not going to hold up and pulse. We're just going to lightly drop our backs, rolling through the spine to the floor. Bring that band up. Catch it around the front of the shins and just give yourself a little hug in again. Okay, so we're going to do right leg. Okay, put the bands around the foot, take the leg up to the sky. Make sure you've got a little bit of space around you. So you have your left leg bent, or you can slide it straight, or you can do a halfway point. The leg, just take it into a little bit of a stretch to begin with. So just push the right heel to the sky, draw the toes down, extend that knee. Push your right hip bone down into the ground, so you've got a nice neutral position through your pelvis. Still can't hear the blood people arriving. No. So we're going to hold the band, ease it off a little bit and drop it to that quarter, halfway point, wherever you want to go. Lift the chin, roll up, let's go, and squeeze it back. So we're just repeating. Now, if you're right-handed, it's actually easier on this side. You'll come up easier. Is that the right word? Easier? Remember, I can't darling. More easily, that's one. I told you, I've got no brain today. It is. Sorry, Lisa, I know you hate this.
Right, I don't know if this is the best one.
Now, if you're not feeling it in the back, get further up that band. And get more of a squeeze. So this is actually quite a nice abdominal exercise because you've got a lot of support, which is why we add in those little cheeky ones at the end. So I think do deflating. Deflating. Can't talk about that.
You did that then. Well, I did.
Okay, we're gonna go for 5 more of these. You right, Luce?
Yeah.
Lucy, has your body gone into shock yet?
Yeah. I see you talking to me this time.
I can't wait to talk to you on Wednesday. That's the day it kicks in.
Yeah.
Now remember, we're doing 2 more. That second one stays up. If you don't want to stay up, you can be down here and just hold the crunch. So come up. And let's squeeze pulse. Now squeeze pulses can be like that, but you're better off pressing. You're so strong.
I know, I'm watching this.
If there was one hole in it, I should.
I am very strong.
I mean, I'm gonna excuse to not do this right now. Let's go, come on, squeeze open those elbows, so they're open wide. Now squeeze deeper into your belly. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You're welcome to drop to the ground or hold. Release the band. Lift that thigh. Now crunch into the center of your abs to pull your chest further forward. So you've got a beautiful curve of the spine. Press, lift, squeeze. 10, 9, 8. Where are you, Dan?
Yeah, I'm there.
6, 5, 4. Come on.
Come on.
2. Can you catch a band?
No.
Drop it back down. And take it as a lovely deep stretch there. So your left leg now needs to be straight on the ground. Your right leg straight up to the sky. Create a beautiful L shape through those legs. Heel up, toes down, knee straight. Slot that right hip bone back down to the floor. So you need to use your left side to push your left leg straight across onto the floor. They're both quite active. We're going to hold this for about 10 seconds. And then you're going to feed the band to your left hand, where we're going to take it into that outer thigh stretch. So again, if your right leg is using your right leg, feels to stretch a lot more. So it might be a little bit more nasty on the side. So catch it with your left hand. Let the foot thread so it sits above your left hip bone. Turn the toes inward, so you're medially rotating from the hip, and then drive the toes down towards your left shoulder.
That's really painful.
Yeah, nasty. Your right buttock slightly lifts off the floor. So use quite a lot of your left arm force to drive the leg further. Every time you breathe out, you've got an opportunity to go deeper. Like hamstrings, Lucy.
Try everything.
You feel this on this side, Jen?
No.
Brilliant. Come on, pull those toes further in. Down towards you. Straighten the knee a little bit more. 10 more seconds. And then begin to ease it off back to the middle. Bend that knee. Catch the shin. So release the band. Catch the shin. Pull the thigh in towards your chest. And straighten and see if you can slide that left leg further down the mat. And as you breathe, you can just pull the knee further towards your right armpit. All right, slide your hands around the back of that same thigh. Use it to roll yourself up. We're going to flip around. And we're going to come up. Everyone put your heads into the center. We should have room. And there isn't a bit of space down here anyway, so. Big gap. You and I might touch. Might tip my back down. So we're gonna bring ourselves down to the floor with our bands. Nothing you've not done. Nice. Big lot of resistance on those arms. Legs are wide, feet are pinned to the ground, squeeze the back, pull your thighs away from the floor. So as soon as I pull my thighs up, my kneecaps come off the ground, but I've got a stable position, but I'm activating my thighs, my legs are still working. Lifting the upper body, open the band out wide, it must drift just beneath the face, and then release back down. Now my band, this is a lot of resistance. I can't get my arms wider than that. And then release. And my back is actually my strongest muscle in my body, so really work it. If your band is comfortably touching your chest, you know you've got to get more resistance from that band. You've got enough elbow space, yeah? Just Vicky and her long body. Now feet need to be pinned to the ground. There's quite a lot of feet lifting. So push your feet into the floor. If you're struggling with getting your feet on the ground, take your legs wider and push your toes into the floor. So you're flexing your foot. Feel your back extension muscles really active. Imagine you're putting your shoulder blades back and squeezing them together. Okay, nice position, guys. Nice position. Like that. And we've still got 8 more of these to do. Now lift that chest. Hip bones push down towards the floor. Everything needs to be active. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. When you've done your last rep, just drop down to the floor so I know you finished. There we go. That's not mine, is it?
No, it's mine.
Brilliant. I'm not the only one then with the rubbish bands.
So you get the upper back pain then?
Give the upper back
Yeah.
strengthening.
Yeah.
Everybody lift up one more time. Everyone open your arms up one more time. And let's pump. This one's a little bit faster pulse. Squeeze. Now imagine you're lengthening through your spine and lifting your chest a little bit higher. Squeeze your butt cheeks and squeeze your abs. 8, 7. Perfect. 5. Arms open. Forearms open. Forearms open. And release. Great sound. Have a little wriggle through the hips. Let everything just loosen up. You just ditch the band to the side for now. We slide up onto our elbows. Create a triangular position through the arms. Tuck your toes. Come up into plank. When did you do your plank, Lisa?
Saturday night.
So Lisa's going to show us how to plank for 5 minutes.
Oh, gosh.
Now, planks can be done on your knees. And if you're on your knees, just make sure your lower back doesn't dip down. Everyone tuck your tailbones under and squeeze your butt cheeks. Push your weight a little bit further back into your heels. Isolated plank. Those of you that want a little bit more challenge for the next 30 seconds, lift your right leg into a little hover, pointing the toe behind you. And if you start to shake uncontrollably, just drop to your knees, but don't collapse. Come up. Now, don't let that lower back arch. Be strong into the lower back. If you're holding your legs, swap to the other side. 15 more seconds, everybody. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Breathe. Relax the shoulders. There we go. Come on, squeeze the belly. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and we're coming down onto the knees. Take it to little child pose. The child pose is relaxed, so the forearms are onto the floor, your head and chest are dropping down. Try and get the bottom into your heels and let your shoulders relax.
Let everything go for a brief moment.
Okay, roll it up, spin around, come sit back on your bottoms again. Having to change everything in my head because of the lack of room. Band. Back around with both feet. So I want you to go all the way to the very, very end of your band. Your spine is elevated, so sit as tall as you possibly can. Band. Be short. Now I've got quite long arms, so I have to go quite wide with this. Soften the elbows, but do not bend them like this. Very, 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 very slight bend in the elbows. And then pull your arms as far back as they will go, because if you're pulling towards your, beyond your hips, now lift your spine up towards you, you've got perfect posture, and pump them. So I want to see chest up, shoulders back and down, bellies on. Keep pressing, pull the shoulder blades together. Further back beyond those buttocks. 10, 9, reach, chest up, squeeze the belly, and 4, 3, 2, and release. That's it, like that one. Walk up the back. And then let's take a little half roll back. How far can you go back? There. What about you today? Palms down. And we're going to twist again. So we're going to work a lot into those poor little back muscles. Twisting one way, twisting the other. But obviously we're working the abs as well. So we're exhaling, pulling around, inhaling center, exhaling the other side. Right, squeeze your thighs together so they're really drawn in. Your hip bones face forward and you turn from your waist and rib cage, and then you work further into the obliques. If you can, tap your elbow to the floor. I don't get this in the tummy at all. What about you guys? Put it in my back. Do you? Your lower back. Come up a little bit and work it there instead. Oh, it's come up a little bit. Yeah. Do 6 more. 6 more little taps, 3 each side. Come back to the middle. Draw your abs in a little bit more. Open both your arms. And go back to those pumps. Now, as we pump, this is what wants to happen. Our chest wants to lift. We're going the opposite way. We're scooping down, shoulders relax, and pump there. Should we start to feel this in your tummy muscles now? 10, 9, 8, 7. Come on, open those elbows up wide. Pull them back. 4, 3, 2. Extend your arms. Release your legs and hold. So now the tummies are going to work. Up here if you want more. Stay here if you don't. Come up higher, it's too much. Lift one leg. Lift the other. You can make them if you want. Come on, lift. 8, 7. You can be here, that's fine. 4, 3. We're coming forward and release. So either using your bands or your hands, grab your legs and just come forward into a hamstring stretch. I just want you to move through this stretch. So at the moment, we're in a curved spine. And I want you to then lift up tall to extend the spine. Take a breath up here and then curve the spine. And just keep repeating that process, lifting in and out with extension and flexion. Okay, let's take it to a different muscle group. Band back around the foot. Biceps. Now work muscles, take work above it. Palms up, legs out, sink back, stay here, elbows locked in, and we're going for a double bicep curl. You can do one at a time. If you prefer. You get as much resistance as you need. The upper arms are not moving. It's so easy, especially with bands, to lift the elbows up like that. Try and keep them locked in place and just work the lower arm to the shoulder. Excellent.
Huh?
It looks like it's gonna snap.
Yeah, you've got touch on both.
Yeah.
I'm watching.
Why not have a double up band? Double up, double up.
Yeah.
When the naturally puts on this week.
Oh yes, I've tried it. Right, apart from Dan, everyone else 6 more. Dan's gonna do 16 more. He's flapping around over there. Is that too much now? Okay, so all of us are going to come into one more repetition, drop halfway back, and go some little bicep pulses. Just a very localized little pain right in those little biceps, or big biceps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we release. See, that was a nice little exercise, wasn't it? Get rid of this band.
Oh.
Completely. No, yeah, spin around. We haven't finished.
Oh.
We're just going to do something quite nice.
Oh.
So we're gonna get into the triceps and not using the band because then it starts to get a little bit complicated. So we're going to do this lovely one where we start in child's pose and we lift our bodies in a cat position, and then we lengthen out and we drive our chest down to the floor into a tricep press up, pushing all the way back up, curving the spine and sinking it back into child pose. Option. So your options, we don't want to go that deep, come forward, do a little mini bend, come back up and do the same. Are you all right with that one?
Yeah.
So this is quite strong on the wrists. So you can do what Dan's doing, where you can just come on your fist, which takes the pressure off the joint. What I want you to focus on most importantly is as you come forward, your elbows tuck in and they slide into the rib cage as your chest drops down, and your bottom always stays up higher than your chest. So you can leave your bottom in the air. So as long as you're getting the back of the arm, don't have to go low, you go halfway. This isn't about necessarily tricep strength, this is about shoulder mobility. This is about core strength. If your bottom drops down, you've lost your core strength straight away. So if you're doing, when you lift back up from the floor, make sure your bottom then leads the way, the chest follows, and it's harder. Okay, 5 more. You can do your last 4 if you want, with your knees off the ground, or one leg up, pushing back up, swapping to the other side. And then when we've done our last one all together, we end up in a little child's pose. We sink it back. Our arms are still forward and extended. Take a long deep breath in, curve the spine back up, lengthen out. Let's drop halfway or quarter of the way or a little mini way, wherever you want to go. And pump it. 10, 9, knees up or down, up your choice. 6, elbows in, elbows in, elbows in. Last 3, 2, last 1 all the way up. And then slide your hands back. Grab hold of your heels and curl into the balls. Now we're going to bring ourselves forward onto our hands and knees and tuck our toes and come into a wide leg plank on our hands. So this is the last exercise we're going to do today. I'm going to give you 2 options. You can either do some little hand taps, just lifting to a little hover, side to side, can't be down your knees, or take one arm forward, opposite arm forward, so you alternate. It's a lot harder. Now, the key to this exercise is your hips don't wobble side to side. So your hips need to be facing the floor, which is why on your knees is much better because you can really feel your buttocks furring up, stabilizing your body. Without a mirror, it's really difficult to see whether or not your bottom's moving side to side. But I can see hips lifting. When you lift your right hip, right arm, your right hip lifts as well. Focus on trying to do the opposite. Now, 6 more. 6, 5. Come on, don't let those buttocks wobble side to side. 3, 2, last one, last one. Hold your plank. Tuck the belly in tight. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Soften the elbows. 3, 2, and up the knees down. As you come back, slide the backs of your hands in towards you, and then arch your spine. So you get a stretch through the back as well as your wrists. Slide back into your heels, bring your knees together. Don't let me back in your heels and come to here. And then slide your fingers together, push your arms forward, open your shoulder blades. So the more you try and part your fingers, the more you push your arms forward, the more you're going to get stretched right across that back. And we've done loads of stuff into those back muscles today. Try and pull your arms further away from your shoulders. Bring your hands around, slide your fingers onto the back, and just open your chest and pull your elbows behind you. Squeeze your butt, push your hips forward to come into a gentle back extension. But you need to squeeze your butt to protect your lower back. And then we're going to come forward, take a little buttock stretch. We're going to pass the floor, slide your left knee towards your left wrist. We're going to come into pigeon. So ideally that left heel is sitting underneath your right hip, and then relax down. You can come into seated hurdle if your knees and hips don't like it. 90-90, and then come back. Pigeon, those people love it. So what you don't want to do, if you are doing pigeon and not seated hurdle, make sure you haven't collapsed into your left butt cheek. Stay equal, push your weight into it, and then slide your arms away. I like it on my left, I don't like it on my right.
I don't think it's so much on my right because I can't like forward enough.
So just let your body relax, take the tension away. So I agree. The more you stay at, the worse it is. Not very nice.
Yeah.
Come up onto your hands, tuck your toes under. Use your body weight to lift yourself back into plank and then stop over. Just like that. So the heel needs to be above your left hip bone, your hips are equal. But push all your weight into that right buttock and then find your stretch. What, in your foot? Oh, really? Let your shoulders relax, let your chest relax. Keep breathing. Okay, let's come up onto our hands, sit into your buttocks and swing your leg around into cross legs. Oh. Take your fingertips to the sides, lift your chest, pull your shoulder blades back. So you're using your core to hold yourself tall. Take your right arm up and just come over into the side bend. Straighten the elbows, look underneath. Right buttock further into the floor as you reach further with that arm. And let's just carefully swap it to the other side. Just lift the left arm, eye gaze under. As far as you can over to that side, pushing your left butt cheek to the floor this time. Straighten the elbow, palm towards the floor. Turn the chest further up towards the sky. So you're looking up to the sky. And then we carefully release the arm. Bring your hands onto your knees. You sit comfortably. Lift your shoulders up. Squeeze them back. Open the arms. Then inhale up. Exhale overhead. Cut legs. Bow. Thank you all. Thank you for coping with the squishy lesson here.
Thanks, darling.
Thanks, Luce.